Good morning, Friday the 9th of May, so another weekly update for you. It's bank holiday week, so it's a bit of a short week. We had a bank holiday Monday this week, so a case of just focusing on the basics and getting the basics done on the golf course in terms of cutting and setting the golf course up. And another rainless week, so obviously that puts a bit of pressure on put a bit extra water out with the hand watering and things like that to back up the automated irrigation with any dry spots. So this morning we came in, did our usual 5 a.m. start, rake the bunkers first thing, then we cut greens, roll greens, change the holes, cut the aprons, and as I said, I put a hand water application out. So someone would go around with a hose, just hitting any of those dry spots that needed topping up. Also, we did all the attention to detail trimming of sprinklers, distance plates, and the T plates as well. Elsewhere this week we put a spray application out on the greens, so that was Monday. We put our plant growth regulator application out. We do that every 2 weeks, and that just helps. It sort of says what it does on the tin, really. It just regulates the growth, so it helps slow the growth down in terms of you don't get that long, the plant doesn't go too long in the afternoons. You don't get that long leggy growth, which is quite important for us with the differing grass species that we have. Just tries to helps keep everything consistent for an even ball roll, so some of the indigenous bents aren't getting leggy and long in the afternoons, and reduces the clip volume and things like that. So that really helps with performance. We've also finished the bunker trimming as well, so all those fairway bunkers with the eyelashes on, they've been trimmed down. Ideally we'd do it a few weeks earlier, but we don't want them to look too scalped for the spring events that we had, so we've pushed those a little bit later. The idea of that is that we just get the stalks and it'll stay nice and thin and wispy all year, so that we don't want those too thick, we don't want balls lost in those. We just do them for a bit of rustic definition, just to frame the golf hole, frame the bunkers. Adds that rustic definition, which is a nice look, but we don't want it to be so penalising where you lose balls or is impossible to play out of. So that's why we trim them, hack them down to nothing once a year. Tend to do that ideally we do that in the spring, just so that so you get the stalks and the thin wispiness coming back throughout the year. And next week we've got a couple of spray applications to go out, both greens wetter, so that helps retain moisture in the greens, and on tees as well. So again, both help retain that moisture. And then we're going to carry on doing a few other trimming bits. We tend to, on tee banks, can get quite long, so right in front of we'll focus on in front of the tee boxes and trim those all down, similar to that we have on the bunkers. So it's just the stalks that come through, and isn't too long, because I'm aware if those tee markers go a bit too close to the tees and they're long and thick, then that can affect a golf ball just as they're being teed off. So we'll work on that next week, just to prepare those for the season, and then lots of odd jobs about for the rest of the week as well.